Okay, what the hell is going on? So I'm back at it again out here with the boat. If you saw part one, uploaded that a long time ago. Let's just climb in here. Oh shit. Motor runs, and I am now gonna start taking stuff apart up here to rewire everything. So this is gonna be the second part of the video. It's gonna be getting some stuff wired up here, and hopefully by this summer this is going to be ready to go back in the water. And I did the registration stuff online, got that covered, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, don't want to eat my words, but let's just see how much this stuff still works. Take it apart. Yep. Okay, so I got all this stuff coming out of here. Lots of shit, wires, pretty much ripped the whole console apart. I'm gonna reuse probably none of these things, except maybe, some of that stuff might be good. Maybe that switch panel, but that's where I am right now. There's something stuck in here. I'm gonna figure that out, just pull everything else out. But after this comes out, there'll be no more wires in there. And I'm gonna probably vacuum up in there, disgusting. Power wash, and then use a wet dry vac to suck all the water out. This mess out, and some of this stuff can be reused. Wires, good, because mess is out, and it's all got to get cleaned up. Those are gonna get power washed too. I think I'm gonna take a break now, and then it's gonna start wiring up some new stuff and see what happens. So, okay, for the next day, I'm out here with the boat. My dad's helping me with feeding some wires through the hole down here. We're gonna put it up back there. I took everything out yesterday. You can see I got that big wire mess over there, and old speakers, old speedometer gauge thing, RPM gauge, radio. We got a switch panel. Some of this stuff can be reused, some of it no, hopefully can be reused. And now we're gonna start the wiring up, and I got this terminal block connector thingy, so we're gonna start that. And I need to get some fuses and stuff. All this is gonna look nice.
Stop the cap.
Right now. Look at this big mess going back into the boat. It's the original wiring harness, which I can reuse some of it, as well as I made this switch right here. This is gonna be for the ignition. This is just broken. It has to be. I can't get that to come off, so I have to grind that off. But this right here is gonna be for not the ignition. Sorry, the starter motor. So I'm gonna have another switch for the ignition. So ignition on, boom, boom, start the boat, and that should work. So this is gonna go back in the boat. Okay, so wiring up the accessories here. I got this switch panel thing off the boat. These all have switches in the back here with fuses. Can't really see that, but it says rated for 15 amps. We also got this horn here. I got this horn off Amazon. I'm gonna hook this up. Alrighty, so I wired this thing up, tested it out, and it works outside. I'll show you in a minute. But I got this other horn from the boat, so we're gonna see if we can make a double horn, just because we can. Yep. Alrighty, got one of them hooked up. Let's see how it works. This switch right here. Okay, we got this on there. That's panel's gonna come up nice like that. Horn is gonna be on that button. Okay, all right. We got this thing wired up. It's been a couple days. Big ass mess, but this is all gonna cleaned up nice. Well, as nice as I can do it. Here, the terminal blocks to positive, negative posts, just extension of the battery rails, basically. And those run back down under the boat. So we wired up the horn. We've also wired up the starter right here, as you can see back there. I don't want to run that too much because no oil. We've also wired up the horn, which is on this one. I know this says horn, but the switch was broken, so. Okay, anyway, as you can see, these switches actually have lights, which is a nice touch. Okay, we're now inside the center console. I am sitting in here. Clean this out so it's not dirty anymore. Here, so let me just explain real quickly. Down through there goes back up to that compartment, which is like right over there. That's where the battery is. I've got positive for the accessories, negative for the accessories, running back there. And I've also got the motor wire harness running back there. It's right there. It's being hooked up for now. One of these wires going up to the starter. I've done away with the key system because, I mean, it didn't work. So anyway, for now this is gonna work. Battery's gonna hook up back there. So I've got these two terminal blocks right here. So power comes in, power's going off, one to the switch up there for the starter solenoid, and then over here we've got this power going up to this switch box right here. These switches are rated supposedly for 15 amps, and I got fuses in them. Hopefully nothing catches on fire, because that would be tragic. And here we got the ground for everything. I've ran it back there. Okay, I'm about ready to start this thing up again. So we got the mixed two-stroke fuel here because I took off the oil injection system. I'm gonna fog the cylinders. I mean, I should have done this earlier, just because it hasn't ran. Obviously, it's the summer. This is just a precaution. Even though this is just kind of illogical, it makes me feel better because even though I already cranked it, so I don't know, but whatever. Okay, changing the spark plugs. Hopefully this does it. All right, let me explain what happened. So first of all, it was like 25 degrees outside. And also there's also an electronic choke on the side of the carburetors, which also has a manual switch, so it wasn't wired up. So that when you push the key in, normally that would have engaged the electronic choke solenoid thing, and it would have put gas into the cylinders before cranking it over. Also, not sure if anything has anything to do with it, but the boat is on kind of an incline, how it was from before. It does sputter to life. So I was working on the boat and I was getting close to the time where I said I was gonna go back to school, so you know, I had goals to like meet before then, so I did most of them except for getting it to start. So but that's why I didn't like try to get it to start more. I could have taken the carburetors out, cleaned the carburetors. I could have done more stuff, but I just ran out of time basically. I also changed the spark plugs, and because the spark plugs now were like 7-8 years old, that seemed to make a noticeable difference. Did not start. I could not get it to start during this winter, but it had started last summer, so I think it's gonna be fine. Okay, after many, I will admit, unsuccessful attempts to start the boat, it sputtered to life a couple times. It made a big ass mess, debris and shit that was collecting in the pellet on the wall. It sputtered to life, gas, you know, fucking gas everywhere. Which, the whole point of me trying to start it was me trying to figure out which one of these damn wires is the kill switch. Turns out, after the internet, lots of internet searching, lots of testing, this one right here, fuck, it's kind of cramped in here. This black and yellow one right here, if you connect that to ground, that kills the power to the CDI box on the Mercury motors. When I connected that black and yellow wire to ground, I jerry-rigged it up to this negative terminal right here. The motor did not sputter at all. Like you know, now I think about it, I could have probably just replaced the key, because that was probably what was broken. All right, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I'll have this boat finished by the summer, hopefully, so we can take it for test drives, big drives, go to Miami with it, and I'll see you next time.